Hi. Hey guys, Katie here. Welcome back to another video. I'm refilming this because I filmed it last week and I'm realizing that I just don't like the way it turned out. So here we are. This is my second attempt at just doing a Q&A. I haven't done one in a while and had you guys ask me some questions on my Instagram last week. So I'm going to jump right into it. At the beginning here, I am going to explain my podcast, which I've sort of mentioned in my last video, but yeah, and if you follow me on Instagram you might already know, but I am starting a podcast, so I will link my Instagram for that podcast down below. You can find out more information about it there. It's going to be called My Zillennial Life, and the first episode should be up in about a week. I don't have a launch day set just yet because I'm waiting to make sure that it actually gets posted correctly on Apple Podcast and Spotify, and I'm excited, guys, for you to hear it. I'm actually going to upload the first episode as a YouTube video as well, probably, so you can get a gist of what it's going to be about, and if you're interested in listening to it, you can go subscribe to the podcast on whatever platform you want to listen to it on. But yes, I'm very excited about that, and stay tuned for more details on my Instagram, My Zillennial Pod. The first question is from my friend Stephanie's boyfriend. He asked, what's your favorite thing to do in the summer? And that's a good question, Dave. My favorite season is probably summer. My favorite thing to do during the summer is go to my grandpa's pool. He has one in his backyard. And I love being able to have a private pool because I don't have to worry about, like, not only the way I look necessarily, but also just, I don't know, swimming in a public pool. It's not always very sanitary. And that's another thing. I don't really swim very often. When I go to my grandpa's pool, I lay out and I tan. I wear sunscreen, but I love just laying in the sun and getting tan. The next question is from Elena. She asks, what does your perfect Sunday consist of? And I personally do not like Sundays. They make me very anxious, and I feel very sad and gloomy on Sundays, and I think that was especially the case when I was in college or in school because I wasn't looking forward to the classes or whatever I had going on, you know, on Monday. But nowadays Sundays don't make me as sad because I love my job and I look forward to each week. So Sundays are my self-care days. I like to be kind of lazy, take time to relax, take bubble baths. I do that every day though, and just spend time with whoever I'm with at the time. Usually it's my boyfriend Levi because we part ways on Sundays since we spend the whole weekends together. The next question is from Emily, and I actually want to turn the question to you guys as well. She asked, how have you been doing during the pandemic? So, answer below. How have you guys been, you know, coping with this year? 2020 is a very heavy year for many people, and this has definitely been the hardest year in my life, or at least one of the hardest so far. Personally, as far as the pandemic goes, it really did not affect my life that much. Aside from not being able to see my friends as often, I already had a remote job, thankfully. So that aspect of my life did not change. And the aspect of my life that did change was the fact that my grandma passed away, and then also one of my old friends from high school passed away in April. So I feel like just 2 losses back to back was really rough. But again, that was separate from the pandemic. So yeah, all in all, I've been doing pretty okay. It's just been a roller coaster of emotions, honestly. The next question is from Nicole, and she has a question about my hair. She asks, when and why did you decide to go short with your hair? And I do actually get quite a few questions about my hair, so I guess I'll answer this one. I feel like I personally have had short hair for a long time. I decided in 2014 to donate my hair to Pantene Beautiful Lengths. I did that because my friend Brittany was hosting a Pantene Beautiful Lengths event at a salon, and I was like, oh, I want to cut my hair off. I've never been super worried about my hair. I'm not the kind of person who gets upset if something happened to it or if too much hair was cut off at the salon. I just wanted to do something different. I had gotten bangs earlier that year. So yeah, 2014 was a big year of hair changes for me. And so I donated, I think, like 7 inches of my hair to Pantene Beautiful Lengths, and I've never looked back. I've always had short hair since then. I've thought about growing it back out, but it's just not something I'm interested in. Short hair is me. It's part of my personality. It fits my style. Probably gonna have short hair for a while. So yeah, but when it was 2014, why? Because I just really wanted to. The next question is from Heather Finnegan. She asks, what's your favorite horror movie? I love lots of different scary movies. Some of my favorites are Children of the Corn, that's a classic, and even the Conjuring movies, those are great. Hereditary was pretty scary. I'm trying to think of some others, but the list goes on and on. Heather also asks what my favorite dessert is, and I think that is definitely either cheesecake or ice cream. The next few questions are from my sister Christy, and she asks if I have any advice for getting over a breakup. As cliche as this sounds, I think the best advice I can give you is that time heals, and sometimes time doesn't heal. Sometimes you just go through a breakup that you never truly get over, and a song will bring you back to the way you felt years ago when you were going through it, but it doesn't hurt as bad as it used to. So yeah, I feel like time definitely heals to a certain extent, but also block him or her. My sister Christy also asked for some advice for college, and this makes me sad because I keep on getting YouTube videos recommended to me of girls, you know, college-age girls moving into their dorms this semester, and it just brings back a lot of memories for me. But my advice is to definitely, if you can, go away to college, stay in a dorm, have that first year dorm experience if you can, or if you want to, because I really regretted not going away my freshman year, and I only had 1 year of dorm room experience, and I kind of feel sad about that sometimes, have some regrets. But yeah, get involved as well, whether that means joining a campus club or like even joining sorority or fraternity life. It's not for everyone, but I did it for a year and I don't really regret it. It was a good time. It was just expensive. So we're almost done with this video. I did get a few questions from people on Twitter. The first is from Sarah. She asks, what is your current favorite playlist for cleaning? Definitely Taylor Swift's new album, Folklore. I'm in love with it. And leave your favorite songs below, guys, if you like Taylor Swift. What's your favorite Folklore song? Mine is currently Illicit Affairs and Betty. My boyfriend's sister, Patience, asked me on Twitter, what's your favorite rodent that's native to Central America? And I'd have to say the Mexican gray squirrel. The next question is from Lacey, and she asks, what are your favorite things to do? Which is a pretty broad question, but I feel like for me, the best way to answer this is just by saying like my 3 favorite things to do. I love taking bubble baths and relaxing and winding down at the end of every day. I love currently watching TikTok, so if TikTok goes away in less than a month, or in about a month, I'm going to cry. And I like hanging out with my boyfriend. It's basically all I do with my time. But also, I love to try to be productive when I'm not watching TikToks or hanging out with my boyfriend, and that involves working on my podcast lately. So definitely give my podcast a follow on Instagram. Again, My Zillennial Pod, to keep up with updates on when that goes live. If you guys like podcasts and you like my videos, I feel like you might enjoy my podcast. It's basically just me talking to myself. It's basically just my videos, but in the form of just audio. So yeah, get excited for that. I think it'll be fun to kind of have like a diary. And if you guys are familiar with Katie Bellotti on YouTube, I grew up watching her, and I grew up on YouTube kind of with her. We're the same age, and she has a podcast called Thick and Thin, and I love it. And that's sort of the direction I'm taking mine, just like, you know, a podcast with just me talking into a mic every week. That question from Lacey on Twitter was my final question to answer in this video. If you guys have any questions about my podcast or anything like that, leave those down below. I will be answering your comments on this video, and I hope you guys all enjoyed watching, and see you next time. Bye.